All right, sorry about the quick cut there. Neighbor came in, knocked on my door real quick, and had to go talk with them. They saw something fall in my backyard, and they wanted to let me know. And wanted to make sure it wasn't a firework that was burning. But nice Volga Zander while I was out there, 703 gram, 1400 XP, and some more spin fishing percentage points as well. Never actually got back to Tiny Perch. Never got back to where I actually wanted to be. Which is at the top of the hole here, so we got a ways to go. Still a bit further. And then we'll turn around. Get the nose pointed downriver. Press G as in golf to turn the engine off. Then we'll cast out. We'll cast out. And we'll cast out. And let's see what we can get today. Already been a pretty good day. Lost a little bit of track of time. I think there was about 5 minutes that I was dealing with what I was dealing with. Also tried to get the dog to go out, but he was not taking it. Reminds me I need to turn the friction brake down over on rod 1 after that big old catfish. Small normal Zander. Back to 20. And there's a fish on it. $410 Zander. There's a fish on too. Since it's in front of the boat. $359 Volga Zander. Starting to be constant pops outside already. Fish on 3, right as I was reeling in to get the fish over on 1. $420 Volga Zander, 1000 XP, and 76.2 on the spin fish. It's a pike. I pressed spacebar to put my net out right as I actually caught it. 2,400 gram pike. Not bad. Fish on one. No? Guess not. I'm gonna recast because I reeled in quite a bit. When I was seeing it go, you know what? Yeah, that's what happened. We got out of the hole. They're pulling a little bit more than they usually do, even when I'm going fast, so I thought there might be something on there. Don't know how night fishing's gonna go. I'll give it a try though. I don't know Volga Zander all that well either, so I'm having to look up what a trophy is. What I use is Kilted Jock has a good spreadsheet. If you just Google Kilted Jock, kilted like the Scottish skirt type garment, jock like a football player. Another Zander, small one. The Volga Zander's 1400, Zander's 8 kilos for a trophy. And looking at the post that I saw, I think they had burbot as well as an off catch or bycatch, which would be possible at night. Where did that go? And they did have a burbot. I don't know what that one is. It's a VK is kind of like Russian face. Let's try that again. VK is like Russian Facebook. That's hard to say. And one of the fish is completely in Russian, and I don't recognize it. And I could probably try to translate it, but I don't trust the translator would pick it up the exact same way. It's not one a catfish, wasn't an eel, it was a sturgeon. That's why I didn't recognize it. This actually was probably a sterlet. .1 kilo Volga Zander. .4 kilo Zander. Surprised that wasn't a marker. Close, probably 1.5 because 1.6 was. 805 grams Zander. $1.2 kilos Zander. I'm glad I'm not out right now. There was just a nice flurry of fireworks. That 1.1 kilo Volga Zander was a weekly record. 643 gram Volga Zander that I bounced off the boat. I think I bounced it off the boat and I didn't beach the boat. Yep. Forgot I needed to look at my other reels. For some reason I thought I was on the float account holding my float rod with the bottom rods. That would jingle when I'd hooked something. 223 gram non-marker Volga. And decent one here. That's an eyed. 1.396 kilo eyed. And we need to turn around. Go and cast out. I don't know Sura all that well. That's why I have to look at the map quite a bit. I think it's right off the tip of that log. A little bit before. And if you look at the bottom of the screen right above the tension bar, you see drifting with current. That's really what we're doing on all three rods here. Gotta be careful moving. There's a fish over on one. I also forgot to lock this reel. Small fish here. 216 gram Zander. It's not a band, like I almost said. How close are we to level up? 193, 194,000. Come on, fishy fish. There's a fish. And there's a fish on one. I want to check too because that's a little sterlet. No, that's a small Russian sturgeon. First sturgeon I think I've ever caught, and it counts as a rare fish. Yeah, it was locked. I just want to make sure. Tiny Volga. You know, it's getting close. I'm trying to stay in this hole here. If I see hunting lanes, I think I've crossed into the next area. There's my log. What do we have here? Spin fishing white bream for 100 70 grams. Come on, fishy fish. And fish on. Doesn't seem like an amazing one, but the Volga Zander, it'll be decent. 513 gram Volga Zander, 1333 XP. Come on, fishy fish. Fish over on one. I think I'm going to recast two on the next pass since it has gotten nothing in the past two floats. Tiny Volga. Come on, fishy fish. I'm slowly turning like that so that I don't lose drifting with current on rod 3. Yeah, sounds like we're going to have a couple of big fireworks shows here at 10 o'clock. I live not too far from the amusement park in town, and they are doing a fireworks show every day for the next 40 days or so at 10 o'clock. One of the suburbs not too far from me also has a 10 o'clock show. It is not going to be fun for the puppy. And luckily, I think the suburb one might be far enough away that I may not be able to hear it. It's actually past the um, amusement park. And I can just barely hear the amusement park one. Eat the carrot. There you go. 1.685 Zander. Marker Zander. Got to lock this one. $555 Volga Zander. And right as I pull in the hunting lanes, I was turning around. Perfect. 103-gram Colonel Zander. Now I want to go watch Spaceballs. Small Volga. Another small Volga. I had a feeling those two were going to be about the same size. Another small one. $318-gram perch. One's a decent one. Hopefully it's a Volga. And it's a Zander, but it was at least a marker. Small Zander there. Small, small boat bounced off the Volga Zander. Small Volga Zander bounced off the boat. It's a holiday week. 697-gram Volga. I did not expect that one to be that big. Tiny Volga. This one's a decent fish. Normal Zander. 1.894. And time to turn around. Just like not being able to run while I'm muting, I can't unmute while holding shift down to spin around real quick. And I am holding shift and W the whole time here. And then you do turn a lot quicker if you hold shift W and the direction you want to turn. So here, I'm going to want to turn around, holding shift and W and A, spin it around to the left. It's always a little bit more than I want to turn. This time I turned too far. We turned a little sharp. Just in general. There we go. Forgot to hit shift to cast there, distance-wise. Forgot to turn the engine off. And my mouse just ran out of power. You always forgetting to plug something in today. There we go. Already kind of jerk it around there. I was just trying to test to make sure it reconnected. 1 kilo Zander. 263-gram Volga, not a marker. Neither of them were. .544-gram marker Volga Zander. Combine 3 words into one there. I didn't realize I muted a couple of small fish there, not even really worth stopping for. $48 fish in 49 minutes, not too bad. Especially for doing something a little non-standard. And fishing through the night. Wait a minute. I may have just remembered that I actually cut out somewhere along the line. So we've been going a little bit longer than 49 minutes. I honestly don't know how long we've been going. When my neighbor knocked on the door earlier, I muted or I stopped the video instead of pausing it. I hit the wrong button on my mouse. And I just realized we're going a little bit long today, probably, but I'm okay with that. Looks like the other clip was 13 minutes, so we're at 63 minutes. Did I really cut that off? Yeah, 13 minutes on the dot. Couldn't have done that if I tried. Come on, fishy fish. Looks like a small fish over here on 2. Tiny Volga. think I am going to wrap it up here, though, at the end of this float. I think we've hit a good time between day and night. I'm not hearing a lot of booms for once. I may be able to get the dog out. Of course, as I say that, and we're one fish away. We'll see if I can't get one while floating over towards the dock. Love to hit 50 fish. And we're going to get 50. Small-eyed. No trophies. Yet again on this account. I don't know. The fish market, 50 fish. I'm going to say 150 silver. Or 213. Or 213. And catfish was 23. The Volga Zander were worth more than I thought they would be. That's why. Is this the... I don't know Sura well enough to remember where the cafe is. It's right here. Citrals Day, Svimba, Volga Zander. There's 50 for those 3 small Volga Zander. That'll be worth it. Nothing else. So 51 plus 193. So 245 silver. Not a bad day. We're over 3,000 again. So hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back on the float fishing character tomorrow. I got the hiccups. We'll be back on the float fishing character tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye now. Hello, everybody. My name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian fishing for spin fishing character. Today, I'm trying something completely different. We're over at Sura. Nice Zander to start the day. We're over at Sura. We're in a boat, and obviously you don't hear the engine running. We're just floating down the river with some wacky rigs. So we're using wacky rigging on all 3 rods. I did buy 3 new hooks. So I bought 3 new Berserk hooks, IMP WGT series number 2, 12 grams. And I bought 3 Lens Active W Stick 5.0 03s. Each of the hooks were about 20. Each of the wacky worms, I just pulled it out of the fish's mouth there. Each of the wacky worms were about 10, I think. And so far, it's been pretty decent. So I've got each of them with a clip of 10 right now. And we're just using the current of the river to float us down the river. Small Zander. No, that was a Volga Zander. Ooh, even better. Why am I hearing drag being pulled? That's a good sound. That's a very good sound. When push comes to shove, we set the rod down and fire up the engine of the boat and go chase it. It is the 3rd of July. It's about 7:30. I just heard a loud boom, so if you hear any of those, it is 4th of July weekend here in the United States, which is Independence Day and traditionally a day of fireworks. So dog is not happy. He's curled up. Poor puppy. He's curled up underneath my I've got a recliner couch and I've got the footrest up. I put his bed underneath that because he likes to hide underneath that. And he is all curled up there. I ended up grilling a hamburger for dinner tonight, and he hid inside under the desk the whole time. You didn't notice, you can see that the friction brake's getting hot, so I went ahead and turned the engine on, put it in trolling mode, and we're going to chase this fish up a little bit because this is a big fish and it is putting a lot of stress on this rod. Fish over on 2 now as well. Hoping this is a big Zander, not a catfish. We'll see. I'll show where I am on the map, but I'm in the big 7.5 meter hole. Fortunately, unfortunately, it's been rapid fire fish, and I haven't had a chance to show that yet. First fish that's really given us some difficulty on an HSB too, so I'm liking it. It is Monday afternoon, Monday evening, so it's about 7:30 at night my time. And you will see weekly records scroll because it is Monday. And it is a holiday Monday for the US too, so there will probably be a lot of people taking it easy today. And hopefully playing games, having fun, coming back with all their fingers and toes still attached. That's not a good sign. I just got 4 text messages back to back to back. Okay, it's actually okay. Good. I work in IT, and it's actually one of the folks that report up to me fixing an issue in a way that causes other alarms to go off. But they're doing the right thing. So I hadn't seen the first alarm. I'm I'm a manager. I'm on call 24/7, 365. So there's times my folks get to be the first line of defense, and then they escalate to me when they need to, and they're good about it. But I've got our monitoring software to send me some key stuff just so I know if things are blowing up. Kind of orbiting this fish a little bit right now. Trying to wear it out because it's still pulling pretty good. I'd love to stop the boat, but I got a fish over on 2. I don't really want to put this rod down because I'm afraid I'll lose the fish. And we've got enough fish gotaways on this account that I've seen the fish over on 2. It doesn't look amazing. It doesn't look bad, but it's not like this fish. So I want this fish. Thought I had it. Looks like I just pissed it off. Nice Volga Zander. I'm actually glad I switched. It was 305 gram Volga Zander. Fortunately, I lost some progress on rod 1 in doing so, but we weren't going to be making a whole lot of progress anyway, so now I can wear the fish out a little bit more. Saw this spot on VK, and I hadn't seen anyone doing floating, rafting, whatever you want to call it, in a while. Figured I had to give it a try, and I'm so far pretty happy I did. Two decent sized Volga Zanders and whatever this thing is. This may be a little bit of a split episode. I may take the night to go try and escort the dog out. Tomorrow looked like it was going to be a really good day. I figured I'd come out here just see if I would catch anything, and definitely did. Been very happy with the day. Even if right now I'm not getting much while I'm chasing this big bad boy. Come on. I have stopped the motor again, or I haven't turned it off. You might be able to still hear it, but I have turned off the trolling mode so it's not accelerating right now. Since we already turned facing downriver, I figured I'd give it a try and didn't have a fish over on two. And it looks like we're okay. I just turned the engine completely off. Not perfectly downriver. We'll have to turn here in a little bit. And I also don't know if I'm actually over the hole now that I think about it. It's a big old cat. $14.497 catfish. Qualifies for jigging, even though that wasn't really a jigging catch. So we are not where I want to be. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the boat. So I want to be along here, but I need to be upriver so that I can just float down it.